Soul Siphon is one of the most broken augments in the game, but most players don't understand how it works or how to abuse it. Let me show you how to get the most out of it. First, you need to understand what this augment actually does. Darkflight champions benefit from the first listed trait of a sacrificed champion. This does not increase the trait count. So what does Riot mean with the first listed trait? If you look at any unit, you will see that they have at least one origin and one class. The origin is always the one at the top, and this is the one that the Soul Siphon augment is going to utilize. As a short overview, all of your possible options are Astral, Darkflight, Guild, Jade, Lagoon, Mirage, Ragewing, Scalescorn, Shimmerscale, Tempest, Whisper, Monolith, and Prodigy. Now let's separate all of these into the following three categories: no interaction, low potential, and high potential. The worst units to sacrifice are the ones that simply don't have any effect. Here we have Darkflight, Jade, Shimmerscale, Monolith, and Prodigy. Jade and Shimmerscale would only have an effect if you end up running specific augments like Eternal Protection or Pay to Win, but this is like way too specific to ever be considered useful, so I would suggest avoiding all of these. Next up, we have origins with low potential. So they at least have an interaction with Soul Siphon, but it's usually something minor and nothing that will just straight up win you the game. Here we have traits like Lagoon, Ragewing, Tempest, or Scalescorn. Giving your Darkflight units the Lagoon trait will give them some attack speed and AP, while also helping with your Lagoon stacks. They also benefit from augments like Oasis and High Tide. I think it's okay overall, but Darkflight and Lagoon is usually nothing you want to combine. Something that has a bit of a questionable effect is Ragewing. If everyone is a Ragewing, they will receive 15 rage per attack, but they also can't receive mana from damage taken anymore. Scorch and Tantrum would work on them, but let's be real, there is no good reason to make everyone into a Ragewing, especially considering that the Ragewing emblem was considered so useless that Riot ended up removing it from the game. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this. Something that's a little bit more useful is Tempest. If you sacrifice, for example, a Lee Sin and you also run a Graves, then all of your Darkflight units would receive a 10% damage increase after the Lightning Strike. In theory, you have a little bit of potential here, especially if you're going more vertical with Tempest. Something new that wasn't possible until recently is utilizing Scalescorn. In patch 12.19, Riot changed that Scalescorn does not get disabled anymore if you're running a Dragon, which is good because we intend to run a Swain. This means we can sacrifice someone like a Lilia while also adding a Diana, and this will end up enabling the Scalescorn trait for your entire team, giving you both damage reduction and bonus magic damage. In our third category, we have the truly game-changing ones. Here you can find Guild, Mirage, Astral, and Whisper. Guild is a great trait to sacrifice because giving all of your Darkflight units the Guild trait will double all of the bonus effects for them. Similar to Guild, Mirage I would also consider quite useful, because the trait can give you a bunch of combat stats. You can consider most of the Mirage variations, just be careful about Pirates. As mentioned in the augment description, your trait count won't increase, which means that if you make all of your Darkflight units into Pirates, then the outcome will stay the same. However, this is not the case for Astral. The Astral trait only counts unique champions and their star level, and Soul Siphon is something that makes complete use of this. If you sacrifice any Astral unit, every Darkflight unit will be taken into account for the Astral outcomes. So in theory, as long as everyone is 2-star, it is possible with level 8 to run 5 Astral together with 3 Darkflight to already receive the best possible Astral orb. And this is something that can totally snowball out of control. Now we only have a single trait left to discuss, and it's the strongest of them all, Whisper. Sacrificing a Whisper unit will give the Whisper trait to all of your Darkflight units. This means not only do they reduce the opponent's armor and magic resistance, they will also stack an absurd amount of AD and AP every single fight. This is, without a doubt, your best choice when going for Soul Siphon. If you're looking for a strategy to truly mess with your opponent, then I would suggest looking for a Darkflight emblem after taking Soul Siphon. Sacrifice a Whisper champion and give the emblem to Graves. He will receive a ridiculous amount of Whisper stacks from his Cannoneer procs to the point of him becoming unstoppable. Well, I guess there is one more interaction I should mention. I heard that if you sacrifice a YouTube button, then all of your Darkflight units subscribe to this channel. I haven't fully tested this, but maybe you can help me out with this one. Is there anything left you want to know about Soul Siphon? Which team comp worked the best for you? Let me know in the comments. Other than that, I hope you learned something, and see you next time.